Good day, everybody, and welcome to what is a busy Edinburgh airport. We're on multiplayer on the Northern Europe server, and we are continuing our flight from, or our trip from Edinburgh down to Abu Dhabi for the last race. This is, of course, a split stream, as we usually do for the ones with flying time over 4 hours. So we'll stream the departure, and our climb up to cruise will then end the stream, and about 5 hours later we'll pick up for a briefing and our arrival into Abu Dhabi. So we're here in the 747 freighter. As you can see, Kevin's going to be joining us in the, I believe he's in the A300, and we'll be looking at getting it ready to go. It is busy here. Again, we're in multiplayer, but there's a lot of aircraft. You can hear them outside, so let's hop on board and get the aircraft up and ready to go. All right. So we're on board the 747, and we can get her ready to go. So, first thing we're going to do is pop up top. And batteries are going to come on. Standby power is going to auto. Hydraulic pumps are off. Wipers are confirmed off. Nav lights will go on. Logo light, we'll keep it off. It's daytime. Landing gear lever is confirmed in the down position. Parking brake is confirmed on. Throttles are in idle. Reversers are stowed. Fuel control switches are all in cutoff. So back up top, and we will engage external power, and we're going to start the APU. Close the battery button there. So the APU is firing up, and when that's up, we'll switch over to the APU generators, and we will get ready to go. While we wait for the APU, let's take a quick look at our route for today. Alright, so we are here in Edinburgh, Scotland. We're going to be taking off, heading southeast down over northern England and Newcastle, out over the North Sea to north of Amsterdam, coming in over Germany, as you can see. And we're going to head downwards, basically in the southeast, down over Hungary and all that, down over the bottom of the Black Sea here south of the Ukraine, and then coming down through the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, down over see here all the way down to the United Arab Emirates and into Abu Dhabi, which is right there. We'll be doing this approach and landing if the winds stick with us. So that is the flight. Flight time is an estimated 6 hours and 40 minutes. So we'll see how that goes and whether we can keep to that schedule, but we should be pretty close. Weather is looking good at both airports, and not really expecting too much en route as we go. So our APU generators are now available. So we've now switched over to our APU gens. And over to the air conditioning. So upper and lower recirc fans are on. That's here. Flight deck temperatures are set. Cabin controls are set. Trim air is on. We'll get the packs up and running. APU bleed is on, and the main engine bleeds are all off. Alright, pop it up top again. We're going to come up to the nav IRSs, and we'll set all three to align. And there we are. So let's see if we can see Kevin out there. Not yet. Oh no, he's loading in at the moment. You bought the East Coast pack from Sim Add-ons. Yeah, they do some good stuff. I mean, they're not the highest quality, but it adds a little bit of character and it adds some flavor to each of the airports we go to. So, and I've picked them up for all the Canadian airports that they have for the ones that we've been going to. So, they're pretty good. All right, down to the MCDU, or the FMC, or whatever you call it. All right, 747-8I is correct. We are 28 December to January 24th, so we are current for another 10 days. That is all good. We can do our position initialization now. We're going to grab our GPS position and shove it in there, and that is now in. Now, first thing we're going to do is go over here to index settings, weight and balance, and we're going to set up our fuel and our weight. Now, this is actually the passenger version, although we're flying it in a cargo skin, so we got to play with the weights to get them to where we want. But first thing first, block fuel. We want 72,270 kilograms of fuel. So that is now set. And we want a estimated takeoff weight. So we want to get our weight, which we will zoom out slightly. Go to about there. So we can see our gross weight. We want to be at 356.5. So we got to add about 36. So if we go add that to this, that'll give us, say, a 42.57. No, I'm gonna drop the digit there. 42.257. We'll see where that puts us, and we'll go from there. So that gives us a 3539. We want 3565. So we got to go up another 1.7. So if we go to 53957. Almost. Another 900. 44857 should do it. 3565 is what we want. So that is perfect. We can return to our index and we can carry on. We've done our position and we can head into our route. So we're going to request from SimBrief. It's a long route, a lot of waypoints. This might take a minute. There we go. We'll load in the route now, get it into the FMC, and it says it is there. So EGPH Edinburgh to OMAA Abu Dhabi is correct. Flight number is Skyways 5556. That is correct. Come down here and we can execute. So with that executed, if we pop down to our pages here, we can see our route. We're going direct to TLA. We haven't put in our departure yet. And we got a whole bunch of airways and a bunch of directs that we'll be doing as we fly down to our destination. And ELOVU is the correct entry point into the star that we're going to be doing. So that is good. So I'll head into our departure. We are going to be departing runway 24 today out of Edinburgh. We have live weather, of course. And we'll just grab the current airport METAR. So as you can see, winds are 290 at 4 knots. So runway 24 is the runway we're going to use. Swinging between 250 and 360. So it's going to be out of the right as a little bit of a light crosswind. 10 kilometers of visibility, few clouds at 2900, scattered at 4200. It is 4 degrees and 1012 on the barrel. So runway 24, and we are going off on the TLA 6 Charlie departure. We'll execute that. And for our arrival today, as mentioned, we are expecting runway 31 right, and winds currently down there are out of the northwest, 340 at 9 knots. So runway 31 right, it'll be the ILS for runway 31 right, and we're going to enter in on the ELOV 3 Charlie arrival. No transition in there because that is the transition point, and we are going to come in via let me just pull up the plate for the ILS. Looks like we are going to do Pergam. Let me just take a look. It actually we're going to go without, and if we look at our legs, 18 pages of legs, we'll get down to where we're entering in. There we go. We're descending down, looking at all the numbers as we come in. Loxus AA 512, GISV AA 526, Pergam, and AA 422, Setru, Lasvu. That is correct. So we can clear out that discontinuity. No, it doesn't want us to do that. Oh, that's not the way you do it. You do it this way. There we go. So we're set all the way down, and that is looking very good. And if we go to our first bit, there's our departure down to TLA, and we're right off en route. So that is all set up there as well, looking very nice. So we are all verified there. So into our index and our performance, we can set ourselves up here and get our information. So zero fuel weight for today's flight is 285.2. Reserves for fuel should be about 4 tons, but we'll just take a quick look at the flight plan for that. 4.5 tons is in, and we are going to be initial cruise 3000. Cost index is 90. And all our temperatures and everything else is looking good. Hello, Kevin. Hope you got loaded in okay. So we don't have a cell temperature. We're going to be taking off full throttle climb to takeoff. That is all good. We can go into our takeoff information. We're going to be doing a flaps 10 departure. Center of gravity is now set in. We are good there. If we come over here, we can do the runway winds. And that was 290 at 4. And we're going to have a 3 knot headwind, 3 knot right, so it's about a 45 degree crosswind there. So that is all good there. We did the second page with the winds, so we can go 145, 158, and 177 on our V speeds. Acceleration, altitude, and thrust reduction are good. and our transition. Are you off to my right? I see you down there. Here's the DHL. And I've got a Chinese Airlines guy right beside me. Not sure who that is. But he's in there pretty tight up to my wing. But you are there. Alright, so we want to go to the climb page. It's progress. VNAV. There's our climb page. Transition altitude here should be 6,000 feet. Let me just check the charts. 6,000 feet. So we'll set that in. And that is set. Alright. So we are good there. We don't have insufficient fuel. We have what it's telling us to take. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the stream. You just confirm. It says we need 59.2 tons to get there. We're taking 72. Fuel is confirmed at 72, so I think we are good there. You can go over to the legs page, and we are good. Alright, so with that all set up, we can come in and we'll do a radio check. Just make sure we are up and the radios are working. Alright, so let's oh, some lovely scenery at the nose there. Let's get down here to the radios. 1, 2, 2, 8. We've only got one comm in here, so we can't do the guard channel on the other one like we usually do, which is a little annoying, but it is what it is. Edinburgh Terminal, Skyways 5556, radio check. You're clear but quiet.
Try again and complete Discord.
There you go.
Excellent.
Alright, so radios are up and working. And let's carry on. So irises are on and are aligned. There we go. They just kicked on. And they're good. Alright. Battery's on. Standby power is to auto. So I'm just going through all of this to make sure we didn't miss anything. Battery or utility. Left and right. That's good. APU is currently on. APU generators are on. External power is off and available. Bus ties are all 4 to auto. Yeah. Moving down here. Hydraulic switches are all off on pressurization and are off on the pumps. Generators are all on but not running, obviously. Internal lighting, we are good with that. Dome light is off. That is fine with where it stands. And we are good there. Moving up top, emergency lights are now on and guarded. Fuel panel is set. Engine fire handles are all in. Start switches are in. Fuel jettison is set to off. Again, fuel panel is set and good. Fuel pump switches are off. Window heats are now coming on. Engine and anti-ice to auto. Wing anti-ice to auto. Again, wipers and lights are set. Nav lights are on. Coming up top again. Yaw dampers on. Air conditioning is set to auto. Upper recirculation fans are on, trim air is on, packs are on, AP bleed is on, engine bleeds are off. Lighting panel as required. Altimeter is going to be 1012. We'll set that to HPA. And 1012 is set. Weather, terrain, and traffic are off. ND modes are set. Flight directors are on. Auto throttle armed. Autopilot disengaged bar is up. We are pre-selected LNAV and VNAV, and they are showing plus toga. Then that is verified. Speeds, V2 plus 10 is going to be 177, 187 for our initial climb out. That is set. Runway heading is 241. We will set that as well. Around. .241 is set. And bank limit is going to go to auto. Altitude, we're going right up to 360. 350. Let's get that in. You always get that one extra click that you don't want, and it jumps by 1,000. 350 is set. Heading is set. Display controls are set as we want. So oxygen is checked. Captain's display brightness is set. PFD and FD are set. Integrated standby flight displays are checked. CRT brightness checked. Landing gear lever is down. Auto brake set to RTO. And fuel quantity is checked. Speed brake lever is down. Thrust levers are in idle. Reversers are stowed. Parking brakes are set. Fuel control switches are in cutoff. Flap lever is set 0, indicating 0. Transponder we will set to 1000. And seatbelt signs for the load crew in the back are now on. Alright, we are looking good. I'm not going to worry about this guy beside us. And it is time for our before pushback. So windows and doors are closed. APU is verified running. APU generators are verified on. External power is disconnected. Hydraulic pumps are pressurizing and on. Fuel pumps all the main ones are on. If we come down here and go to our fuel page, we can see we have no fuel in the center tanks, so we're not going to be turning on the center tanks there. One thing I am going to verify, because I got caught out by this last time, if we go to menu, settings, return, auto, that's where I want, because Roger's going to take care of the fuel there. Alright, so that's set, so we don't need to turn on the central fuel pumps here, so that is good. Beacon is on both. Stab trim, look 5.8. We'll look for our trim. 5.8 is correct. Rudder and aileron trimmer 0. Transponder mode is in standby. Seatbelt signs are on, and we are good. So let's call for our push.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Everything is too small for this aircraft. Clear the caution. I can come out and hook up. My GSX is not going to work. Wonderful. All right, manual push it is. It's what is that? Shift P, I think it is. We'll just push straight back and then go from there. So we'll release the parking brake. Edinburgh traffic, Skyways 5556, push and start, stand 204 northeast, cargo apron. Is it not Shift P? Or is GSX holding me because it's screwed up? Oh, GSX. Okay, this could get interesting here. Yeah, now I got nothing happening. Huh. I'll have to restart GSX to cancel the push. Okay. I need... Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I don't even have the Quadrant thing running. Let's see if it's down in here. Oh, it is. It's end. Okay, so will that do anything? No. If I go to this now and redo it, is that going to restart? Sorry, just working on trying to get this going, or ongoing, as it were. I may be stuck here. I can't get it to go. I terminated the Quadrant engine and trying to restart it, and nothing's happening.
Edinburgh traffic contact 719 heavy, stand 212, start facing
If I go, let's see if I can get away from. Yeah, it's not even letting me go into slew mode. It is connected, and I cannot move. No, I can't get it to. It is stopped. Oh, hang on. It's doing this. It's still loading again. I went into Task Manager and stopped it, and then came back, and nothing. Go back into Task Manager again.
And Skybase 556 contact 719 heavy. If you go into your start menu and search for start Quadrant for MSFS or something along those lines, you'll be able to find your Quadrant and start it as an admin.
Sorry, what? Slow down? Okay, you're gonna have to go slow. You went too fast.
So if you go into your start menu and search for start Quadrant for GSX MSFS, run that as an admin, and you should be able to bypass the block it's put on you.
Brakes to request ground services.
Oh, something just happened. Just hang on. Let me jump in. Parking brake.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
So now it wants to do it again.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Alright, I managed to get it up and going. It just took several attempts. Hang on.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
back
pushback.
in a second. Guys, sorry to do this. I have to hit pause and take care of Molly for a minute. So we're going to be sitting here for a second. I will be back as quickly as I can.
from traffic contact 719 taxiing to holding at Delta 1 runway 24, taxiing by Scala, Mike and Alpha.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I told Molly to go before we headed out to the airplane, but she obviously didn't listen. Okay, let's get back in here.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Continue pushback. No.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by.
We're gonna go nose left
until push is completed
tail right.
and brakes are set. Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes are released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
There we go. We're starting our pushback so we can come up top, make sure everything is good. We're all set there. All set there. Beacons are on. Fuel pumps are all on, and we are good to start engines 3 and 4. Although he said to wait, we're going to start them up so we're not delaying too much here. So 3 and 4 are turning. We'll add fuel. Kevin, sorry for the delay. There's Kevin taxiing out now. Yeah, that was a little odd having those de-icing trucks there in St. John's, especially with that purple and green de-icing fluid. I mean, I guess it's there so if people don't have something like GSX, they can taxi up and it does the spray and they get the effect. But it was a little disconcerting to see that, but it is what it is.